according to a very scientific analysis of my personality, which I recently did, I am rare, weird, soft, cranky, and appetizing. No, those are actually the cards that I won when our family recently played Apples to Apples. The cards really have nothing to do, say nothing about you as a person. It is just a silly thing that we like to do when the game is over with all the cards each person has won. The actual objective of the game is to be the first player to the set number of green cards, which in our case we decided to do a shorter game to 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That's right. This guy was the winner. And you win each green card when you have the red card that was the best match. So Adele, will you help me explain how we play Apples to Apples?
Yes. So basically how I've been taught is somebody who is the judge gets the green card, and then, whoever has the green card reads the word on the card aloud.
Okay. Then what happens?
And then everybody else who is not the judge will have a set of red cards.
Yeah. Okay, we got those red cards. Yeah.
And then they'll be going through all of them, and they will try to find a word that fits the word best.
The green card.
Yes.
Yeah, so I might think this one, so I'd put it out there. All right. Okay, keep going.
And then, once they put all the red cards around the green card, the judge takes all the red cards, and they don't necessarily know who's who.
Yeah.
But
the people who put the red cards in can try to make a case for which card the judge should pick. So you kind of sometimes figure out whose is who.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then the judge will try to pick the one that fits the word best.
Okay.
That's
So you just keep doing that over and over, take turns, who's the judge, and then how do you win? When's the game over?
So you do a round of that, and I would say the whole family gets a turn being the judge.
A couple times, yeah.
Yeah. Anyways, and then whoever has the most green cards in the end wins.
Okay. So should we do an example round?
Sure.
Okay. Once you get 7 red cards, and I'll play the part of the judge. So if I was the judge, I would pull up the next green card, and it says, fantastic, awesome, outrageous, imaginary, fantastic. So that's the one you're trying to match. What cards do you have?
I have bagpipes, watermelons, brain surgeons, feathers, jelly beans, spam, camping trips, and my first kiss.
Okay, so which one would you pick for fantastic?
I love eating this.
Okay, so you'd put that one there. It's okay. No, yeah. You turn it to select, and so we'll randomly just say, and then other players put their cards in. So then I take these, and I'm looking for what I think would be fantastic. The universe, the Industrial Revolution, Canadians, and watermelons. So knowing that you're the one who actually put this card in, watermelons, it's a real one, I would give you the card and give you the point. Although the universe is also pretty fantastic. So then you just got a point.
So yeah.
How well you do in this game depends a lot on the cards that you randomly get. Sometimes the 7 cards that you have in your hand just don't afford you great options for whatever green card is on the table at the time. And depending on who you're playing with, the game might also sway in favor of a player who's skilled or creative in their lobbying for their card. Still, the key to doing well in this game is choosing your red cards based on the other player's opinions more than your own. You may feel that you have a great match, but it's the opinion of whomever is the judge that determines whether you're going to win the green card or not. Recently, when our family was playing this game, it was Adele's turn to be the judge, and the card on the table was feminine. Womanly, ladylike, unmanly, feminine. So I thought I had a pretty good match when I played Princess Di. Not that she would know who that is necessarily, but the word princess is on the card. However, when Adele looked at her options, Princess Di, hair transplants, and shopping malls, she went with Allison's card, shopping malls. I missed out on winning a green card because I put my opinion ahead of hers. In Apples to Apples, you have to play the cards in your hand according to others' interests. So you might be already starting to hear some echoes of today's passage, Philippians 2, just verses 3 and 4. Don't be selfish. Don't try to impress others. Be humble, thinking of others as better than yourselves. Don't look out only for your own interests, but take an interest in others too. So these verses tell us to not be selfish, right? And that is a fundamental principle that we all would agree with. We shouldn't be selfish. It's a basic evil, though, that is hard to overcome, because we can be fine and right and unselfish in one moment, and then in the next beat we'll be thinking about ourselves, what's ours, and getting our own way. The NIV uses the phrase selfish ambition. It is putting myself forward so that I am somehow ahead or above others. My selfishness might be me trying to have things turn out in a way that pleases me. Or it might be in trying to make a good impression on others, or promote my cause among others. Or it might be simply thinking only of my own interests without other people's interests being part of my thought process at all. We might even justify our self-centeredness as my rights or self-esteem. But the truth is, any amount of my self-centeredness damages my soul, our family, our community, and our world. This passage also flips it over into positive terms. We're not just told don't be selfish, we also hear be humble. Humility, true humility, opens the way for peace and unity. Humility is not putting ourselves down, though. We're not directed to forget our interests altogether. To frame this as a matter of humility helps us see that our failures in this department are not necessarily as much about making too much about our own interests, as much as it might be just simply neglecting the interests of others. To be humble, not selfish, means that we think about and we act on behalf of others' interests, along with or before our own. The Message does a good job of keeping the other-centeredness of this passage in the forefront too. Don't push your way to the front. Don't sweet-talk your way to the top. Put yourself aside and help others get ahead. Don't be obsessed with getting your own advantage. Forget yourselves long enough to lend a helping hand. These verses began with saying to do no thing, not few things or some things, but to do nothing with selfishness. This is absolutely a Jesus thing. Jesus is the example in this, and he is the empowerer to do this. What's true about the game Apples to Apples is also true about living well. We have to play the cards in our hand according to others' interests. Or as Karl Barth put it, it is not until I see the other's point of view that I myself really see. So plan another game night. And if you didn't do it last week, do it this time. It'd be good for you, or good for your family, good for your soul. You might try Apples to Apples or next week's game, Pandemic, if you have either one of those. In terms of games that involve other-centeredness, other options might be Cards Against Humanity, Who Knew, or Awkward Family Photos. They all work the same way as Apples to Apples. Or other ones could be Pictionary, Charades, Taboo, Catchphrase, Buzzword, or Heads Up. The other half of our assignment this week is more of a challenge because it's to do nothing with selfishness. Now remember, it's not about putting ourselves down as much as it is putting others up in front of us. Now get some Sabbath time this week. Take some time to play, to reset with God, to rest, and may your rest be blessed.